Hello and welcome to the Great Awakening. All right, so as you all know, Earth looks like it's in complete chaos right now. And there's a reason for that. It's no coincidence at all that Earth looks like the way it does. Okay, so right now we're going through a transition from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. And for us to get there, we must pass through the fourth dimension. And by going through the fourth dimension, things that no longer serve us are coming to light. Like all the bad habits that you have are starting to come to light, and all the unconscious things that are in your life are starting to come to the surface. You're becoming aware of it, you're becoming conscious of it. And in doing so, you are ascending into higher dimensions, which it's an amazing thing. It's awesome. So the lockdowns were meant, like the coronavirus and the lockdowns are meant to keep us in a fear-based consciousness. It's meant to keep us into the third dimension because the people that are in control of our world, they do not want us to be into the fifth dimension because we will no longer be able to be controlled. They cannot harvest our energy. They cannot, because these people in control, they harvest off our fear-based energy and they take advantage of us through the money system. So anyway, let me get back to the lockdowns. So the lockdowns are meant to keep us in a fear-based society. We were supposed to be in a lower consciousness, and they were supposed to usher out 5G, and it was the advancing of the plan of the New World Order. However, that didn't happen, and their plan backfired on them. Whenever we went into the lockdowns, people started to ascend. Everyone's individual consciousness started to ascend because people started to look inward. We had all that time to ourselves, locked in our houses. So people were looking within. So that raised their consciousness because people were becoming aware of unconscious habits and subconscious habits that they were not aware of before. They became conscious of it. And that changes your whole psyche and puts you in a higher dimension or a higher frequency. This is happening all over the world. This isn't just happening to you. This is happening to everybody across the world. There have been so many awakenings since the coronavirus started. And this is an amazing thing for humanity. Civil war. There's been a lot of talk about a civil war coming. This is just nonsense. It's nonsense. The media is trying to put this into your head that we're going to fight, that it's going to be Republicans versus Democrats. And this is in the United States. And this is not going to happen. They're trying to trick you into fear. No one wants a civil war. None of us do. There's only a very small group of people that want a civil war. This is not going to happen. Because we are ascending into higher dimensions. War is not going to happen in New Earth. We are in the New Earth timeline. So civil war is out of the question. They're trying to get you into a fear-based consciousness. It's not going to happen. Do not be afraid of a civil war. It will not happen. Okay, so World War III. World War III, there was a lot of talk about World War III about January, whenever Trump killed that Iranian leader, Soleimani, I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, there was a lot of talk of World War III. That didn't happen. There is going to be no World War III with us like fighting with guns and missiles and bombs and all that. World War III is a spiritual war. It's between consciousness. It's between the people that are trying to keep us into the third dimension from ascending to fifth dimension. So World War III is basically, it's a classic battle between the light versus the evil. And the light is currently winning right now. The light has already won. We have already won. We are already in the New Earth timeline. It's only a matter of time before we get here to the fifth dimension. So World War III is completely spiritual. It's completely on the consciousness plane. It's not fought physically. And light workers are the people who are spreading light and love throughout the world. They're on the light side. And then people who are spreading fear through propaganda, the media, and all that stuff, they're on the evil side. However, they also have assets. Their assets are the people who are still in the fear-based mindset. It's almost like, if you've ever seen The Matrix, it's almost like Agent Smith, how he can form into anything he wants because those people are still part of the Matrix. However, when you escape the Matrix and you are no longer in that fear-based program, you cannot be controlled anymore. You are one with the light. Okay, so disclosure. Disclosure is when the truth completely comes out. It's an event that's going to happen in 2020 or very early 2021. It is coming very soon. It's coming in the next couple months. You can feel it. I can feel it. There's such a built up energy right now, built up tension. Something big is about to happen. And I'm guessing this is what this is going to be, disclosure. So disclosure is basically, it's like a huge truth bomb. All the truths of the nature of our reality come up. It's basically, it's the end of the matrix. Think of it as like that. The end of the matrix, us ascending even higher. So we're already starting to see that with the CIA documents coming through about the law of attraction and manifestation. They're proving that it is actually real. Like CIA documents have been released that this is real. And it's slowly starting to build up with all the aliens, like the Pentagon coming out and saying that aliens are real. This happened a couple months ago, but the media never covered it because of coronavirus was going on and stuff like that. It's all a big distraction event. So disclosure, this is going to be very, very big. It's gonna wake up so many people, and it's gonna be really hard at first for people who are still asleep. However, over time, it's going to be great. It's gonna be a great thing. So where are we right now? Right now, we're in the process. We are in the fourth dimension right now. I believe as a collective, it feels that we are in the fourth dimension. We're in that pathway from the fourth dimension going to the fifth dimension. We're in the early stages of the fourth dimension. So disclosure is going to completely engulf us into the fourth dimension because truth is a higher density, because in the third dimension you could be controlled by fear and all that stuff. So when truth comes out, we will be completely involved into the fourth dimension. So where are we right now? I believe it's November. Okay, so it's middle November. And there's a big event that's supposed to happen on December 21st where a big collective consciousness gets upgraded. Our DNA will be upgraded. And I believe it has something to do with this disclosure. So we are starting to exit the fear-based consciousness. We are exiting it. Many of us are exiting it. Some of us have been out of the fear-based consciousness for a very long time. More and more people are waking up. That is where we are right now. We're becoming aware of truth. Truth is starting to come up. And because of that, there will be some chaos, some disorder right now. However, there will be order soon, because light is starting to overtake the evil of this world. Big build up in energy right now. And you feel it, I feel it. We have very highs and very lows, meaning that sometimes we're extremely happy and sometimes we're extremely depressed. And it can happen from day to day. Like 1 second you could be super sad and then 1 second you could be super happy. And this is okay. It's completely okay. It's a part of the process of transcending in the higher consciousness. So whenever truth does come out and we get that disclosure, you won't be hopping back and forth that quickly like that. You're gonna start to remain into the fifth dimension consciousness and a higher consciousness, into the love frequency. You will be in that frequency. You can probably feel it in your heart right now. Your energy from your heart is starting to spread from your entire body. All right, so that's just a little update on what is actually happening right now, right here in the present moment. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you for watching. It means a lot, and definitely gonna be more videos in the future. Please comment if you want to see any suggestions, anything you want me to cover or talk about. I'll be more than willing to do that.